Right. Hello, guys. It's High Priestess Jamila here to do some free one card pulls for y'all. Thought I would come and do these instead of doing the other readings. Wanted to come on here live for y'all. And so I will pull one card for y'all to answer your question. If you guys want full readings, you can cash at me. All of my Cash App information is below. Also, I do accept Zelle as well as Venmo. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my um let me go ahead and get this stuff pulled up here. It has been a long day. Yes, it has. Hold on a minute. Okay, that's what I want to look up. I like listening to some Native American flute. Okay. All right, try to do some relaxing here. Excuse me. We are having a full moon coming up on the 20th. I would highly suggest cleanses, crown of success rituals, as well as hex reversals. If you guys want to contact me for that, um, my links are below. You guys can contact me for a consultations. Consultations are 100. Okay, but they are very thorough. They are very accurate. If you guys want some good quality spell work from a real witch or a real practitioner or whatever you want to call me, today is what? Today is the 14th, and so that's only 6 days away. Also, if you guys want to get in the fall equinox circle, it is only $40. You can cash out that to me to get included. Okay. Hello, we got questions in here. Hello, hey Ziana. Hello, Samiko Jenkins. Hello, Queen Medusa. Hello, how y'all doing this evening? Let me plug this phone in. Hey, anybody got any questions? You can post them in the chat. I will only draw one card though. Okay. And let me do something else real quick too. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back, y'all. Had to do a little protection. Hello, little P Ratliff. Hello. How y'all doing this evening? Y'all better get in that circle. Get in the circle for the fall equinox. I can tell you. Um, it's coming up on the 22nd pretty quickly here. But you know what? Just to let y'all know, um, my Sabbath rituals are not meant to replace cleanses and stuff. And there are so many people that need cleanses. So many people that need them. Okay. All right. Got our first question. Hello, Queen Medusa. Hello. All right. So we're going to call to St. Michael, please, and thank you. And spirit guides, guardian angels. Queen Medusa wants to know if any good news is coming her way. Okay, I'm going to draw one card. We'll see what we get. Okay, so I did get the Ten of Swords in the upright position. So I'm assuming that that's yes. Okay, if we were to look at it as a yes or no answer, a yes or no question, I do feel that there does seem to be a negative situation that you are dealing with, very negative. And see, here's the thing about it. A lot of the times when negative things come up, it is because it has to come up. Because if the negative stuff does not come up, how do you resolve it? There looks to be some kind of issue with the Ten of Swords. I do feel as though you are caught up in some cycles. I do feel as though it has something to do with either an air energy person or either I feel like it's a very flaky person. And, I do feel as though there's a negative situation that you do need to end, something keeping you in a loop. So I do see an ending coming with that Ten of Swords. But when? The question is when. When is that ending going to come? I do definitely detect that somebody is possibly stabbing you in your back. Um, And I can definitely see a situation where you may have to let somebody go or let something go, because everybody in your life kind of represents something, and Ten of Swords is typically all about betrayal, but I feel that people that betray you, they want it to hurt worse than what it is, because I can sense a very immature person. Thank you, Savannah. Thank you. I can sense a really immature person, Queen Medusa, that seems to be around you somewhere in your aura, you know. And, I feel like, first of all, we're not in high school anymore. I'm assuming that you're grown. And so there are some people that kind of go around acting as if, oh, I'm betraying you and you should feel like it's the end of the world. This looks like somebody you've been knowing for a while. So I would watch out. I do feel that good news is coming, but I feel like you want to be careful with also sharing your good news with people. Okay. Sharing good news with some people it's, boy, you wonder why you have a headache, dizziness, head be spinning afterwards, because they'll start attacking you. So I do see good things coming for you, especially sometime in the month of October, or either when it's because the full moon, it's an energy shift. Okay. I do see some really, really, really negative, unresolved energies that seem to be coming around the full moon. That's typically what they will do, especially being that we have a full moon in Pisces that's coming up. Okay. So just watch out for the snakes. I can sense some snakes. Okay. It may even be a water sign person. Okay. Samiko Jenkins. Any work on your love life? You mean that somebody cursed your love life? Of course they have. Of course they have. I don't even have to throw the cards for that, Samiko. Yeah, Queen Medusa, I have no idea what is wrong with people. I feel like people are going through this level of immaturity, and it's kind of weird to run into somebody like that at a job, because you would think that a person with a job or some business or a business would be able to behave better. But yeah, just watch out for them. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Samiko, Spirit Samiko wants to know, is there any work on her love life? I'm assuming that you're a woman. Okay. You didn't post your zodiac sign. Okay. Spirits, what messages do you have about that? We're going to say yes or no. Okay. A card flipped over. You got the Hermit. Yep. The answer is yes. Some hurt person. People, okay, so this is what I want to tell you. People that are that haven't figured out love yet, they can often get into their emotions and go on the attack. So this is definitely somebody that's in your that's all up in your business and stuff like that. Oh, it's a Capricorn. Mm-hmm. Have you been feeling really isolated? People haven't been returning your phone calls and stuff like that. Definitely can see something on that. Have you ever thought about removing that? Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I don't like to discuss my personal love life with people. And when people bring it up, I go instant defense mode. I'm not explaining nothing to you. No, I don't have to explain nothing to you. No, it ain't none of your business. Leave it alone. I had somebody do that to me earlier. I was like, what the hell? I was like, are you for real? Are you serious? And what's crazy is that you'll have people that will. So she broke you up. Whoever this is broke you up with somebody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are a trip. People think that like you're. I don't know what people want. I think some people that that's why I said that you got to keep your stuff to yourself for real. But yeah, somebody definitely did that. People are so ornery. Hey Jill, I have someone hugging me in my bed last night. It felt real though. So there was nobody there, but you felt somebody hugging you. Hmm. Let's see, spirits. Was it a ancestor for Jill Valentine? Was it an ancestor? Was it a angel? What messages do you have for Jill Valentine? Who was that? Mm. There is an ancestor that's definitely trying to get in touch with you. And see, I was talking to y'all about that earlier. I was talking to y'all about ancestor, working with your ancestors. And y'all would be surprised at how, because a lot of people contact me and they say, hey, I want to get in contact with, my grandmother or either my auntie that passed away. What messages does she have for me? And they'll be giving you all kind of blessings, but a lot of times people will be closed off to it because um that's pretty much the status quo these days. I guess to get people to be like robots, I guess. Because they try to make it seem like people that um that have a relationship with their ancestors after they pass away, they try to make you look crazy, which is insane. It's just insane, the paradox that we seem to be living in. Oh, was it? Hey Lisa, how are you? Hey Monique. Hey Rhoda. Now you go Zingalis. That's oh goodness. You're welcome, Queen Medusa. Yeah, she's definitely letting you know that you're not alone. Okay. Because the hermit comes up reverse, which lets me know that you've been feeling a little alone in things. And, I can promise you that you're not. I do feel like you have been a little closed off. So when you start to cry, crying actually is a sign that the crown chakra in the third eye is opening. Crying is a sign that your pineal gland is decalcifying. Did y'all know that? But see, they want to tell you, oh, well, you crying because you weak. No, no. So, is it your grandmother? I believe that it is. If that was who you were close with, like if you were close with her when she was alive. Now, I'm not doing any medium readings, but I believe that it is, especially with the Hermit card. The Hermit does represent ancestors, but it's in the reverse position. So I feel like she is saying that she wants to give you some blessings and stuff. And y'all need to start taking that. Y'all be blocking y'all blessings sometimes. I've seen people do it. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly, you want to know when you should get it? Like a month or something? Spirits, Kimberly wants to know when should she get her. Ooh, bunch of cards fell out. All right, hold on real quick. Y'all, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. All right. What month or let me see if you've put any more in the chat. Okay. Jill Valentine says, yes, I miss her since 2019. Well, you know that's just like I was explaining to somebody about the ancestors, like if you didn't have a good relationship with your mother or if you didn't have a good relationship with your father, It is extremely important for when they pass away for you to deal with that, because if they were negative while they were here, they could possibly be negative when they're gone, when they're not here in the physical too. So I think it's important for people to sometimes seek spiritual help, okay, when folks pass away, okay. Okay, Lisa, I'll get to your question in a minute. Yeah, but I can tell you that it's some trifling things going on in a lot of these jobs. People have literally lost their minds. Like I'm talking about the people on the attack mode, just attacking each other. And as if that's going to make things better. But if somebody attacks you, you can't just let them bully you either. And a lot of people are finding that out the hard way. When somebody is attacking you, they are either sending your energy back to you, or either they're trying to put their crap off on you. And that's the truth. That is the God to honest truth. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome, Jill. Right? Because you shouldn't be using no tarot card app. I wouldn't advise doing stuff like that. I mean, we do believe in synchronicity and stuff, but a tarot card app, I don't, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not going to be sufficient. I'd rather you get a deck of cards and you know, I'd rather you get a tarot deck and work with that, or either an oracle deck. Okay, if you are seeking guidance from spirit, get you an oracle deck. Okay. All right. All right. When is Kimberly going to get her apartment? Or when should she get her apartment? Thank you. Okay. Well, you should have done that a long time ago. I got the Seven of Cups. Are you having a hard time manifesting it? It seems like to me that you seem to be Seven of Cups. What that tells me is being stuck emotionally, being stuck, wanting something, but then not being able to fully manifest it into the physical. You see what I'm saying? That's just like when I moved into my house. I would right before I moved in, I was stuck, and then I unstuck myself. Okay, it sounds like to me you need a road opener or something. Anytime the Seven of Cups comes up, either road opener or crown of success, because Seven of Cups, even though it's a water card, it's a cup, it still means that it means that you're having issues with the upper chakras. So the reason why you're not able to actually manifest that the way that you want is because the crown chakra. Okay, that's why I put up that video about the crown chakra. It's not a gimmick. It's very real. Okay. There are specific herbs that are connected with specific chakras that are good for the chakras. There are specific herbs that are good for specific days. Like today, blessed thistle would be an herb that you would want to either burn or even drink. Okay, so um, learning about that stuff and actually applying the knowledge, because that's exactly what we're going through right now. Okay, corona is the Latin word for crown, which is crown chakra. Look it up. We're having a big spiritual ascension, but a lot of people think that it's about death, and it's not. It's about change. It's about changing your reality. Okay? So it's kind of up in the air because I would guess with this one card that Spirit was talking about the month of July, but it's September. So we can interpret this as saying that if you want an apartment, you can get it within 7 weeks. Okay, which would say, I would say definitely something is holding you up. So several weeks from now would be sometime in November. Okay, or either end of October. Okay. Savannah asks, what does the girl I am thinking of right now thinks of me? Not a romantic relationship. Thank you. Okay. All right. Spirit, Savannah wants to know, what does the girl that she's thinking of think of her? All right. I'm going to throw one card. Let me be brutally honest. Let's see here. So the Page of Pentacles comes up in the upright position. That's pretty good. That's actually very positive. The Page of Pentacles, what that says is that I feel like this person thinks that you are intelligent. And I feel like they also can see, though. So with just this one card, I can tell you also to be careful with that. Okay, be careful with that, because sometimes people, you know what I noticed, and I hate to say this, and see, this is one of the reasons why I don't have any friends, because and it's just, it's got to be like this right now, because it seems like I befriend somebody and think that I can trust them, and then they end up using me. I end up being used, not for money necessarily, but it's the same thing, because it seems like I end up doing free spiritual work for them, which is not good. So yeah, like, it sucks, and it just, you know what I'm saying? So just be careful with that. But I do feel that that person thinks highly of you, is what I could tell. And it was in the upright position, okay? All right. Hi. Hello, Joe Francis. Hello. Will I ever have contact from my daughter? It's been 7 years. You're welcome. Okay, Jessica, I'll get to you in a moment. And then we got Rhoda. Okay, so Joe Francis is still in here. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I kind of been fasting today. All right. Is Joe gonna hear from her daughter? Yes or no? Major arcanas, even numbers is yes. Odd numbers and court cards would be no. Okay. I got a no answer. There's clearly a problem. Yeah, there's clearly a problem. There's definitely a communication problem. 7 years. Is she missing, or is she just, this tells me a lot, Joe Francis. It tells me a lot. It seems like she possibly doesn't want to communicate with you. That's a very serious question to ask in a chat room. Okay. Yeah, but the question is that, like, I mean, if you haven't heard from your daughter in 7 years, clearly something is wrong. And I feel that what is wrong is because the Page of Pentacles came up reversed. Yeah. There seems to be something energetically that's keeping her from speaking to you, or keeping you from hearing from her. That's why I asked, are you sure that she's okay? You fell out? Yeah. You didn't like when y'all post y'all questions, it does kind of help me knowing the zodiac sign, but I would guess that whoever this page of pentacles is in the reverse position is probably the person that is blocking the communication. Your ex-husband? Oh God. Mm, sounds serious. Why is he so angry? He seems to be angry and bitter. He's an Aries. Okay. Well, this still could be him though. Yeah, the page of pentacles, because he could have something in his moon sign, or either it doesn't necessarily have to represent an earth sign person, but I definitely do see that the communication is definitely being blocked. Okay. Okay, thank you, Ask the Raven Tarot. Thank you. Yeah, you can send donations if you guys want, to my Cash App, if you guys want to. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, Samiko. Okay. He left you for another woman. Mm. Okay, Ask the Raven Tarot. I got some people. Well, you know what? You did donate, so I'll answer it for you real quick. Yeah, if you get a donation, if you send me a donation, I will answer your question faster. But many of y'all need some help. Y'all do. Y'all need some help. You're welcome, sweetie. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do Ask the Raven Tarot, and then we'll go back up to Rhoda. Rhoda is next after Ask the Raven Tarot. Hey, how is labor going to go for Ask the Raven Tarot? You're being induced? Oh, goodness. I already can tell you that it's going to be painful. It's not going to be like a normal labor, honey. I've had 4 children. I've given birth 4 times. And 3 of those times I went into labor naturally. I decided to get myself induced with Jacob to be able to more so plan his birth, which was a mistake. He probably would have been born in the month of March. I was tripping. Um, and the labor pains were painful. So just to let you know, it painful is what I can tell you. Now the Empress card does come up in the upright position. Let me make sure that I'm getting the correct card though, because anytime they induce you and give you that Pitocin, it's going to give you unnatural uterine contractions that are nothing like regular labor, even though regular labor does hurt like hell. But the Empress comes up, so I think that you'll be fine. Okay. Spirits, but give me an answer. How are you seeing that come around? How are you seeing her labor going with her being induced? Hmm. Prepare yourself though. You need to prepare yourself for that being painful, and make sure that they give you an epidural. Because if you're gonna get induced, you might as well get an epidural. Was you planning on not getting an epidural? Yeah, I would not ever suggest any pregnant woman to get induced ever. It was so horrible. And I kept asking them, I said, can y'all turn down the Pitocin? Because I mean, it was so painful. And I'm like, well, I've given birth 3 times before. It's never been this horrible. It was terrible. Okay. So, mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Lisa. I can tell you that I speak from personal experience. Yeah. Oh, girl. And they don't tell you that. That they why don't they warn women like, okay, these are gonna give you more painful than usual contractions. I don't know why they don't tell women that because I'm sitting up here being given a Pitocin drip and I'm trying to sit in the bathtub at the hospital trying to have like a water labor. And I was like, oh God, they had to take me out of the tub and give me an epidural with Jacob. So everybody's pain levels are different, but it is worse. It is worse. Okay. You're welcome, Ask the Raven. Okay. So if you're, I mean, I don't like, you know, that's the one thing that, and I mean, you forget about it quickly. Like, it's just like any other birth. I forgot about it quickly. I did, because, you have a baby and it's like, oh my God, my baby. So it's not like it's something that's going to traumatize you to the point where, but I think that you should be open to an epidural if you're getting induced. You're welcome, sweetie. Yeah, because that's not going that's yeah. Why don't you allow your body to naturally go into labor? Are you trying to plan that? Yeah. I realized the big mistake that I made. And, I actually, on my other channel that's not on here anymore, I actually reflected on that a lot on my other channel. And I talked about how it was one of the biggest regrets that I've ever had about giving birth to my son was getting induced. I wish that I hadn't have done it. I could have just let myself go into labor. And, because I had done it with my other three, and I don't know. With Jacob, like I said, I had him with a donor. His father was not there, even when he was born. And with my other three children, the daddy was there. And I can honestly say that it was a huge support system that, you know, I don't know. It was a lot of emotional pain. Like I was just like, ew, why me? You know how you see those fathers that are just like so sweet and content and rubbing the mother's back and stuff. And I remember giving birth to Deja, and her father came in drunk, and he said, you know how to you know how to get what did he say to me? He said, oh, you know how to have sex, you know how to do that, but you don't seem to be doing very good with them contractions. I said, get him out of here. I said, get him out of here. Yeah. So I've never had a birth experience with the father just kind of like there. And that's probably why I want to have another one, because I never got like a birth experience like that. Either he was drunk or I'm sorry, I know that sounds bad, but it's not my fault. I was a kid, I was in my 20s. So yeah, he got put out of the hospital. He didn't get put out of the hospital, but I put him out of the room. And he was arguing with family members because everybody wanted to be in there with me when I gave birth. So it was a big mess. It was a big mess. And thank God they were all there, because if I would have been there with him by myself, it just would have been terrible. Yeah, and he was like grinning and now after I had the baby was when he got kind of affectionate. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna get to have that birth experience that I want one day though, before I get too old. Okay. Rhoda Chia. Does my man Kevin has another woman now? Mm. Spirits, does Rhoda Chia's man Kevin have another woman? Yes or no? Okay. The answer is yes. Looks like it's an air sign. Definitely somebody else in the picture. It could be an air sign, could be somebody that has an air Venus. And so what's going on in the situation, Rhoda? Because he seems to not be able to walk away from this person, whoever it is. I just noticed your picture, Rhoda. But the answer is yes. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so Jessica was next. Okay. Let me take a breather, y'all. I didn't expect for it to be that many of y'all in here. Okay, just real quick to let y'all know that I charge $50 per 30 minutes for my readings. Okay, my links are below. You can't check out on that website. I've been so busy that I haven't even been able to put the new website up. I haven't been able to put it in the video description box. That's how busy I've been. But you guys can Cash App me, Venmo me, or Zelle me for personal readings. A lot of y'all need personal readings bad. Some of these questions that y'all are asking are major questions that like y'all need to get a full reading, especially somebody, the Rhoda Chia question. And you know what? I did the reading on the Aries for is he cheating? Did you see that reading? Mm-hmm. Jessica wants to know what's coming towards her next in love, spirit. Okay. I feel like you're gonna be single for a while. You Seven of Cups reverse. You're kind of blocked when it comes to love for some reason. Some things that you got to figure out, Jessica. Okay, it looks like it's gonna take a while. Um, and then also, if you run into somebody, I feel like it's a lot of confusion. With that one card, you want to be leery of probably a water sign or either an Aquarius. Be leery of them because they seem to be bringing a lot of confusion, and so you need to be prepared for that. Now, I do feel as though some of the people that come into your life, that's why you can't play victim. People love to play victim. Don't play victim. You got to learn to take life as it comes at you. Right? So some of the people that come into your life, they come into your life to make you realize some things. Okay? They come in to make you realize some things about self or maybe about your love style or and then there's some people that come in and they trigger you emotionally. Now, people shouldn't necessarily be triggering you too much, but sometimes those emotional triggers are necessary because there's things that you need to get out. Is Jessica even still here? Probably not, because she's not answering in the chat. Okay, let me know whenever she gets in here, y'all, and I'll hey, Alchemist, hello. Okay, so Jessica is here. So okay, cool. So it's okay to take some time away from love while you get yourself together. But I can, like, here's the thing though, everybody that comes into your life is going to have issues. There's not going to be nobody perfect. It just depends on how imperfect they are. If this is a person coming towards you, they seem to be very delusional and stuck. So I'd be careful with that person. Okay. But I feel like your spirit guides are probably going to block that person from even coming in. Okay, Janice, I see you. I see you. Okay, so it's okay for you to, I guess be single for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But, Seven of Cups reverse, in the reverse position, I guess it could be a little bit better. But people play victim way too much in relationships. They do. Like even in friendships, honestly. Every day ain't gonna be perfect. Every minute, every second ain't gonna necessarily be perfect. No, there's not a list. I'm just going down I'm going down the chat until I get tired. Okay. Janice Kath. Is Rick romantically interested in me? Because I like him as a friend. Thanks a lot. Okay. All right. Yes or no? Spirits, what messages do you have about Rick? Is Rick romantically interested in Janice? Yes or no? Okay. So the answer is yes, but I feel like it's kind of superficial. I feel like it's kind of superficial and that it's not going to last. I got the Two of Swords. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they seem to. Yeah, I think that it's Two of Swords is telling me that it's either a rebound or something. Like, I don't think that the experience with him is going to be good. Okay. Okay. Okay, Black Madonna. Yeah, you can be added. Just post your question and I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read for y'all until I get tired. Okay, whenever I felt like this build up in my solar plexus, and whenever I feel that I have to read, but I didn't feel like going downstairs and doing readings and stuff. I didn't feel like doing all that. Okay, is Black Madonna still here? Okay, I'll wait then. Post in the chat if you're still here. You're welcome. Yeah, just be prepared that it won't last for long. And so if you're somebody that likes to hold on, and then also, if you like them as a friend, I guess it's okay to, I guess that's okay to start out as friends, but hey, Otter League, hello. Okay. Um, did I do your question, Lisa? I thought I did. Am I tripping? No, I haven't. Hold on. Okay, let me do Lisa because Lisa says, I feel like there has been some trifling things going on with my job. It almost feels I've been sabotaged in some way by someone. All right. What messages do you have for Lisa about that? Yeah, that's a serious question. Again, you here's the main aspects spiritually. The main thing, especially when you're working around people. People are either under possession, okay, or well, they're under possession. So what that means is that you need to cleanse yourself regularly and protect yourself from other people's spirits or bad energy. Seriously. Okay. All right. What card you want to bring out for Lisa's spirits on her situation at her job? Okay. Yeah. Five of Cups is in the reverse position. Yeah. This is pretty standard. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of anger. And they people are having a really hard time processing their emotions because either the root chakra is blocked or either the crown. So the Nine of Swords in the reverse position is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And you have to learn to dig deep. Putting on a band-aid is not going to fix it. Okay. Seriously. It's not. And people have spent 50, 40, 50, 60 years of their lives realizing that you have to dig deep into yourself. So yeah, and I can see a bunch of women. Five of Cups is women and scared, angry men that are confused men. Not, I see angry women and confused men. And so that's pretty much what we got going on out there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, you got to protect yourself. You have to do protection, and you have to learn how to not just use physical protection, but mental protection. And that takes practice. It does. It takes practice. Do a freezer spell, Lisa. You know how to do a freezer spell? I do a freezer spell on them. Mm-hmm. Okay, Alchemist, I'll get back to you. Y'all know them freezer spells work for a lot of different purposes. If you don't know what it is, then I listen. Witchcraft is something that you don't play around with. Okay, because if you don't do it right, something, you know what I'm saying, you got to know, you got to know what you're doing. So if you don't know what that is, then I can't just necessarily tell you. I mean, you can try to do it, but you got to have some kind of knowledge of witchcraft, seriously. Okay, and I have seen people try to do their own spells and literally them spirits get to cracking down and they can't do it. That's why people come to me to get that stuff done. Okay, especially if you're not somebody that knows about witchcraft. Okay, and so witchcraft is like a double-edged sword. On one end, it's amazing, but on the other end, it's messed up because most people in this world are either under some kind of form of witchcraft or possession. And that's what you're dealing with. And you want to figure it like you want to be on the strong end of that. Like you don't want to be amongst the ignorant because the ignorance is not bliss. Y'all notice that ignorance is not bliss. It used to be, but the paradigm changed. It did because the veil got lifted. Okay, and it's very thin. They keep trying to put the veil up, but the veil it's very thin. Okay, so Just understand that in this world, this is what I explain to my children. People out there are either under some kind of possession of demons or witchcraft. Okay. And they're going to react. They either going to be on one end of the spectrum or maybe even in the middle. Okay. But if you got bad energy at the job, you can definitely do a freezer spell to protect yourself because, and you can look it up on YouTube. I meant to do one. I meant to show y'all a freezer spell. Maybe I'll do a quick video and show y'all because I got some jars down there. See, that's y'all always say that, but you know what? You're right about that, Lisa. You're right about that. You should be concerned about things like that and not just kind of go into it like that. I think that people need to be properly educated on it because if you're not, you end up under possession. You end up sick. Okay. And see, I got into it. I first originally started practicing my craft 16 years ago. And I learned some hard lessons, but came back to it. And when I came back to it, I was a lot more educated on it because I remember when I was doing it before, it was a disaster. you know. Well, and see, alchemist, that doesn't apply. Okay, so I hear what you're saying with that. People kind of don't understand that. Everybody needs to clean out their own closets. Everybody needs to work out their own stuff. And that's not true either. Good or bad, you're right. You're right about that. But the problem is that when people, these are when unfamiliar spirits come through other people. And when people are attacking, you have no choice but to send it back to them. So that's just like if somebody walks up to you off the streets and says, "Hey, you look like a fish dog or some shit, some crap like that." And they're saying that to you to transfer some crap to you. You have the right to transfer it back. Nobody should be putting their crap on nobody. Okay, because I am the preacher and the choir. I had to go through pain. I had to go through a lot stuff I was dealing with from my parents, stuff I was dealing with, and I just had to deal with it. I had to deal with it, and it had nothing to do with other people. Nobody really on the outside. Your personal relationship with self. So a lot of people, when they don't know self, or when they don't know how to resolve their issues, okay, and so that's one of the reasons why we have people like Yemiya. If you have pain or trauma from your childhood, that's the one to go to because she's going to heal you. She's going to cleanse you. So that's why my cleanses are some of the most popular. People get cleanses more than anything. Okay. If I wasn't working with Yemiya on cleanses, then I probably would have been nutted up by now. Okay. Yeah, you have to because that's their energy. That's their bad energy. Nobody should have to be dealing with nobody else's bad energy. Okay, people have to deal with their stuff on their own, hence the Hermit. The Hermit is a very spiritual card that forces you to go and look at yourself and go inside of yourself and dig deep. Like right now, I got problems. You think I'm blaming anybody else? Trust me, it's like Fort Knox over here. I got just about everything going on. I got crystals, I got stones, I done sage today. Well, you know what? I didn't sage the whole house today, but it wasn't necessary really. Or I don't know, maybe it is. But all kinds of stuff going on. Am I blaming somebody else right now? No, because at the end of the day, if I allow those people to get me like that. And if I just say, oh well, you can't do that, man. It's gonna always be a negative person. It's gonna always be some negative stuff going on. Okay. So, you bar, I see you, sweetie. I see you. You're kind of anxious. Okay. So it's gonna always be something like that. You can't just let people get you down. And I have to remind myself of that too. But I'll send stuff back to people. If it is an unfamiliar spirit and I'm not being paid to deal with that spirit, I'll send it back to you. It's like, I'm sorry, you just expect to dump all your crap off on me? I can't do it. Thank you, Alchemist. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so you bar. Make sure my mic ain't covered. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna ask, should you move on? Is your partner a fire sign? Because a fire sign tried to flip over. Spirit Bar wants to know if, I'm assuming that you're a man. Okay, hold on, guys. Give me a second. I gotta answer somebody's text. Okay. Oh, dang. Is it getting ready to flip? Okay. All right. Should you bar move on? Yes or no? Hey, New Zealand. Shout out to New Zealand. Hello. Oh, yeah. These cards are always accurate. This is a really good deck, too. I haven't. Okay. I don't know what happened. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? It's not moving. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. What in the world? Some kind of spirit came through and was messing with my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so going back up to your question, you bar, you said, first of all, with your relationship questions, here's my whole thing about it, is that I can't tell you what to do when it comes to your relationships. Okay, seriously, I don't do that. That ain't my business. Okay, but should you move on? What I got with the one card was a no answer, and I'm going to clarify, because it's a yes or a no answer, because relationships are like crossroads. Where is it headed? There's so many other things. So I do feel as though this is something that you have to decide this for yourself. You do. Okay. So the first card that I got was the Page of Pentacles reversed, which says no, there's too much there. It's, too much, to stuff that needs to be resolved. You can't just walk away from relationships, leaving these bridges burning. A lot of people do that. Oh, I got to go, because you're running. Okay. If it's meant for you to stay, if you want to be with that person. So that's something that you have to follow your heart. So it's kind of difficult for me to answer that question for you, sweetie. Like, on here, that's a very heavily loaded question. It really is. Okay, Alchemist said, does Yubi still like me romantically? Okay. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I mean, even if it's not the best relationship, it's not necessarily because people have to, you have to. I I don't really do that. I don't do that because I feel like everything that you go through happens for a reason. But if the relationship is making you insecure, or if it's not good for you, or if it's toxic and the person is not necessarily holding you down, then that's obvious. That's a no brainer. Okay. Does UB still like Alchemist romantically? Spirits. Let's see here. Okay. So the Two of Staves comes up, and so that does represent a yes answer. Okay. Should you move on? It depends. There's actually a spread that I do. I probably should do this for the channel, to where it's like when you're at a crossroads in a relationship, what's on the side of the relationship and what's on the other side. What happens if you go and what happens if you stay? Now I can do that, but I can tell you that even if a relationship is hard, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else can tell you, oh, you got to leave, you got to go. Nobody can do that. That's nobody's decision. In fact, that has the opposite effect. The more and more people push and push and push, you're going to actually end up bringing those people back together. That's like basic love science. The more and more you try to keep people apart, the more and more they're going to want each other. She's a very nice female, one of the nicest I've ever met. We just haven't talked in a minute, and she's currently with someone else. Okay. Okay. Well, see, and then that's the case. That means that you're going to have to do some waiting then, because that would mean that she's at a crossroads and trying to make a decision. That's why this Two of Staves came up then. And the Death card is at the bottom of the deck, which means it's a complicated situation because she'd have to leave that other person. Are you prepared to deal with what's to come with that? Okay. I guess it would depend on how much you like the person. I don't, you know what? It is of my opinion that people should not start looking for somebody else while they're still in relationships. That just complicates things even more. Be brave and go out there and be your single self. You have to be brave out here. Can't say, oh, well, I don't want to leave unless I go into somebody else. That ain't how it works anyway. Hey, is there any coffee? Ooh, I'm gonna hold on, y'all. I gotta get coffee. Yeah, I don't agree with doing that. I don't agree with, especially like, I just, I don't know. It would make sense for you to be completely single when you hook up with somebody instead of, oh, I'm gonna go talk to this person just in case. Who wants to be the just in case in your life? Who wants to be the option? So a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I want love, but you don't really deserve it because you're trying to make somebody an option. You got to make a person a priority, and that's when you're gonna win. You're gonna win. You got to be completely single, okay? And unless you're doing what a lot of these folks are doing, which is poly, so no judgment. It would make sense. What I'm saying makes sense, but Nobody really does that. Okay. Hey, alumni Chennane from New Zealand. Hello. Okay, so it looks like negative energy can always be transmuted to positive energy, just to let y'all know. You can turn any negative situation into a positive. Here's another thing I don't understand. I'm getting my coffee, guys, before I go back upstairs and throw the cards for what is it again? Why is it that when people break up, it's always got to be negative? Y'all ever ask yourself that question? Why does it have to be a negative? Okay? Why is it got to be about, so and so took your man and some crap like that? Why does it always have to be that? Why everybody got to be fighting? Why it got to be a fight? Where's the argument? Where's the argument coming from? From the people that like gossip, okay? The people that like to be controlling. So I've noticed that a lot. Very negative things happening, and it's literally like death when it's a breakup, and it don't have to. Nobody has to die. Like I don't understand it. Y'all ever think about that? Like why is it that it's always got to be something extremely negative? And they even tried to give us examples of people that are able to get along after they break up. I know that I wasn't able to get along with any of my exes, but that was because, I mean, they wanted to do things to control me or do things to mess with me or bother me in some kind of way. And I was always trying to be the positive one. I was. But if people just want to be negative about the situation, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it can. Negative energy can always be transmuted into positive. It can, because, so don't forget that, because I think that, especially when you're dealing with the energy of chaos, you have to be able to put that chaos into perspective and know how to channel it. Okay, guys. Okay. I've got to wrap this up because I have to get with a client. Okay. Well, this coffee just doesn't want to get hot, does it? Okay. So the last question of the night, because I've got to go. Let me look at your question real quick. Okay, so you just asked for a general card. Okay, give me a second, alumni. Shanane? Chanane? I wonder if that's spelled with a CH or a SH, because I know that my middle name is spelled with a C, but it's pronounced as an S, like Cheyenne or something, or, H can be a key. It can be actually a K sound sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna get your reading done, and then I'm gonna go. Like I said, y'all are asking some really hard hitting questions, and y'all need to get readings, okay? And then also make sure that y'all get on my schedule for the full moon that's coming up. We have a full moon coming up on the 20th. The full moon in Pisces can be used for many different purposes, mainly manifestation. A lot of y'all were asking about, you know, and so Pisces is ruled by, what is that, Neptune? So y'all got to understand that, um, there's there you got to work with those moons and stuff. Like, this is no joke. This was how I was able to finally start manifesting the things that I want. You don't have to be a witch by trade, even though a lot of y'all that watch me are witches. It's probably somewhere in your bloodline. But you really, really, really want to be careful, because you don't want to use witchcraft to harm people. You don't. I mean, it's okay to use your defenses. It's okay to protect yourself. Absolutely. But to just go out there and say, oh, I'm just going to go and, get revenge on everybody because of this, and that, that's not the way you should take it. You shouldn't. And you should be using it to manifest the things that you want in life, not to try to get back at people or to get revenge on people. Okay. Now, if somebody does something to you, to do harm to you, it's okay for you to reverse that stuff. But if nothing has happened to you, and the person just made you mad, hold on, y'all. Okay, seriously. Yeah, you got to be responsible with it. You have to be responsible with witchcraft. Okay. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you. Now, see, I gotta go. Okay, I'm gonna try to do y'all real quick, and don't nobody put no more super chats in there because I can't do any more. I gotta go because I gotta call a client. Okay, spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels. What message do you have for alumni Shanae? Is she even still in here? I wonder, because I haven't heard from you. Okay, so you got the Eight of Cups, alumni Shanae, which means that looks like you're walking away from a negative situation, or either you are releasing yourself from a lot of negative emotions, and things are about to look up for you, is what that card means. Eight of Cups is actually a very positive card. And then Six of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. So Eight of Cups, what that means is that, I think that what's negative about the Eight of Cups is the process that you're going through while you're, going through this transition. Okay. But also, Eight of Cups represents everything that is in your heart's content is within your reach. Okay. Now, of course, the Eight of Cups does represent abandonment and things of that nature, but that's not what I'm getting from this card, because where one door closes, another one always opens. Okay, that is the truth. Okay, so I can see things, you healing. The Eight of Cups also represents healing energy. Okay. So if you've been wondering if you're going to heal, and then it also does represent needing to self-heal. Okay, or having the ability to heal yourself, which is actually very good. It's a good thing to be able to heal yourself. Okay. All right. I would like to know what is going on with David because he's starting acting weird and I feel like something's wrong. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, David. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Spirits, Alexandra wants to know what is going on with David. No, I'll do a quick read for you, Alexandra. That's cool. No worries. Okay. So the strength card comes up. It sounds like to me that he must be like it's something to do with his masculine energy, some kind of power struggle that he's having within himself. And then also noticing certain things that he had never noticed before. You got the page of staffs at the bottom of the deck. Something seems to be emerging. He may be going through something. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean that something is wrong. It just, the strength card is okay. I don't necessarily see anything going on anytime soon to where something is wrong necessarily. But I do feel as though that with men and women, there is an obvious power struggle that is happening. Okay. Oh, it's not your okay. And I think that the best thing for you to do is communication. Okay. And then also knowing how to talk to each other. The strength card can sometimes represent either something that needs to be said, something's definitely brewing. I feel like you need to communicate with him is what I feel. And then um I do feel that it could be somebody trying to get in his head, somebody trying to get in his head or something. I do sense that a whole lot. Um but that's something that's always happening because everybody want to control everybody. Oh, and just in case, please let me know if you see any. Well, I do see a fire sign. In particular, the strength card is a Leo. Okay, strength card is a Leo. But guys, I do have to go. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys subscribing. Make sure that y'all do get in my autumn equinox. Okay, Sabbath. Okay, make sure that y'all do that. It's only $40. And then also for private readings, all of my information is below in the video description box, except for my website at the moment. But I will put it up there. I'm still building it. And I've been trying to do that stuff. So you guys, I do have Cashapp, I do have Venmo, and then I also have Zelle. Okay. But I know that some of y'all from other countries definitely do need that website. So I'm gonna get it posted. I'm gonna get my video description box updated. Okay. Only thing is that on my website, on my new website where you purchase your readings, you have to log into your Amazon account in order to pay for your reading through me. Okay, for my website. But I'll come back and explain that to y'all later. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Good luck. Blessings to you guys. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.